What is up guys, Faded here and welcome back to my channel for another video, and today I want to tell you about my awesome editing PC build on the new X99 chipset from Intel. It's going to be fantastic, so please stick around. Now part 1 is going to be where I'm actually talking about the parts, so if you're not really interested in that, please skip to part 2, which is where I'm actually going to be building the build and maybe do some time lapse, maybe cue some music or something like that. And then on the third part I'm going to be doing benchmarks, game testing, seeing how quick it renders through a video, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and just get this started. I started with the CPU. Now the CPU is a i7-5820K, which is a 6-core processor, so it has 12 threads with that hyper threading. It's got Turbo Boost technology 2.0. Its base clock is around 3.3 gigahertz, but you can boost it up to I think anywhere around 4.4 to 4.7 depending on how good your chip is. Now for the RAM, I chose to go with the G-Skill 2133 megahertz 16 gigabyte RAM. Now the price on DDR4 right now is really high, so I'm just gonna stick with 16 until some options come over or the prices come down, and we can add another 16 gigabyte of quad channel RAM. After that is our CPU cooler, which is the H105 from Corsair. It really matched the color scheme because of the blue that it has, which is the color scheme I was actually going for was white, black, and that Corsair blue color. So that really fit, and I'm excited about how it's going to perform. I was struggling whether to get the H100i or the H105. The H105 has a thicker rad than the H100i, but the fans on the H105 are performance fans, so they're like really louder than the H100, so I think that was kind of a bad move. I would have rather stuck with the H100i. But moving on, now our Asus X99 motherboard, the deluxe X99 board from Asus is awesome. It's got all the features you could probably ever think of: Wi-Fi, 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, all the SATA ports you could probably ever imagine, every hookup you need, 8 lanes for RAM, so you can have plenty of RAM on there, and it's plenty expandable. It's got a bunch of PCI Express expansion slots, so you can add a whole bunch of stuff like sound cards and more video cards, even a networking card if you want to put another one in there. It's really the jack of all trades. It does everything. It can overclock. It's really the best of everything kind of jumbled up in one, but maybe not the best performance like the ROG edition, which would be great for like gaming and overclocking and really eking out every bit of performance. But this has the most features on all of those boards. So really excited to see how this one turns out, and this color scheme is fantastic. It's spot on with my build. Now for our storage, I chose to go with the OCZ Vertex 460, which is a 240 gigabyte SSD. It has some decent speeds. But the reason I chose it because I got it for around $90, which was a steal. I'm telling you, that was a really good deal. But as for its speed, if you have the money, go spend it on something like a Samsung Evo or even a Pro, something like an Intel, something performance wise, so you can get the most bang for your buck. This is not really the most powerful SSD, but it was just really cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. Now for the graphics card, with this CPU, it does not have an integrated graphics card, so you are going to have to get a dedicated graphics card. And I chose to go with the GTX 760 for the Win edition with the 4 gigabyte from EVGA. It's got the ACX cooler, so it stays really cool. Now there was a little bit of a coil whine in there, so may make a change here. I'm also thinking about painting the panel white, so do let me know down in the comments what you think about that. It's no GTX 780, but this is not really a gaming computer. It's going to be streaming and doing the workhorse and maybe some sims for RAs. So anyways guys, that's why I did not choose to go with something like a GTX 780. And to power all these great components is the HX750i from Corsair, which really matches my build color scheme. It's platinum power supply. It's got really good efficiency, so it's got a low power option where the fan will actually turn off, and it'll only turn on whenever you need it. That's for make it really quiet whenever you want it to be quiet. And to house all these components is the NZXT Phantom 240. I didn't choose this case, but it's still a really nice case. It fits the color scheme that I wanted, and the person that's probably going to be using it the most wanted that case, so it looks pretty good. I am worried about it being kind of plasticky and a little cheap. I think I got it somewhere around $50, so it was pretty bottom of the bucket. And that's pretty much all I can think of here. You can see some other parts here like the NZXT lighting system, which in the end turned out to just be a complete failure, did not work. And I also have the Asus monitor, which I've gone through 2 of them already, so I'm probably going to end up changing them out with a different monitor because they've just been dead pixels, and I've had all sorts of trouble with that. I'll put the model down in the description if you want to kind of stay away from that monitor. And lastly, one thing I did not add to the build, which is the Windows 8.1. I will not put that in the price, but I'll put it down in maybe the extras section, because the reason for that is most people already have a Windows key or something like that, and it's really about the build, not necessarily the software that goes onto it. And so take a quick look at what I have here, soak it all in, because this is part 1 of the series. Now definitely check out part 2, which is going to be me actually building a computer. I'm thinking about a time lapse or something of that sort, so definitely check that out. And then also stick around for part 3, which is going to be the benchmarks and the gameplay, and I'm going to be rendering out some videos, seeing how long it takes to render video, how good it is, you know, overclocking it a little bit, and then maybe doing some stock clock stuff. And I'm also thinking about doing a 4770K versus the 5820K, so be looking forward for that. And anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you in part 2.